Dear Diary, I thought I'll do something different today. I'm going to talk about my top 10 favorite Korean dramas and my top 5 least favorite Korean dramas. So let's go. Okay, the first show we're going to talk about is City Hunter. City Hunter is one of my favorite Korean dramas. I watched it multiple times. I loved the storyline, I loved the acting, and I loved the way the show was filmed. It was more of an action, romance kind of film. And the leads are, I think, Park Min-young and Lee Min-ho, who is a very famous Korean actor that everybody knows. The song track was amazing. I recommend people watch that show. The next show is called Bridal Mask, and it's more of a historical type of show, but it's also an action show. It's kind of like a Korean version of maybe, I don't know if I'll go and say Kung Fu type of show, because it doesn't go that far back. It's more modern times, but it has a lot of action scenes, and the way it's written, that the cast is great. The lead, it was the first time I ever saw the lead in a TV show, and I've seen other works he's done after, and he's a very good actor. He's one of my top favorite Korean actor. Any show that he does, I will watch it. So I recommend you check out Bridal Mask. This next show was one of the first Korean drama that I watched, or maybe within that year when I was binge watching Korean dramas in 2007, and it's called You Are Beautiful. It's kind of like a young, feel-good, kind of like high school towards, beginning of college kind of drama, or within that age group. And it's kind of cute. It's a little bit campy. It's fun. And it's a favorite among Korean drama watchers. You're Beautiful is a really cute, funny show, and I recommend you watch it. It's a little bit cheesy, but I think that's the whole point. But it's good. I have never heard anyone talk about this show. It's called Marry Me Maria, and it also has the lead from You Are Beautiful. I've never heard anyone talk about it, so I don't think it's a favorite among Korean drama watchers, at least the international one. And I don't know how well it did on the charts or the ratings, but for some reason, I love the show. I love the concept. I watched it multiple times. It just had this kind of like a bittersweet, kind of sad, I won't say depressive, a kind of storyline and feel to it, but it was a little bit sad. And anytime you want something that just kind of has a nice message to it, to tell you not to give up, or know that you're not the only one that's come from a dysfunctional family, or have toxic relationships, I think that's a very good show for you to watch. It's kind of like the show that makes you feel like you're not alone. It's not just you that has gone through things. Other people have gone through it and they've come out on the other side. I don't want to tell you what the show is about. I want you to watch it for yourself and see if you like it. So I recommend Marry Me Maria. I think it's a very good show for you to watch, especially if you're a new Korean drama watcher. I think it's a good one that I don't hear people talk about, but I love it. All right, this one is one of my favorites. It's called What Is Wrong with Secretary Kim. The actress is one of my favorite actresses. Most of the shows that I've seen her in, I've enjoyed. Maybe one I haven't enjoyed, but I haven't seen all her shows. But my goal is to watch as many of her shows that I can. The writing was amazing. The two leads, their chemistry was off the chart, to the point where I was shipping them and I wanted them to date in real life. Sometimes that happens. You watch a show and you want the people to actually date in real life. But with Korean actors and actresses, it just never works. They'll have the most amazing chemistry on on screen, but then they're doing foolishness off screen, so you never know what is really going on, and they'll just fool you, and then you'll just be disappointed when you find out that they're not interested in each other, they don't want to date, they're already in relationships. It's just a never ending saga with these off the charts chemistry. But what's wrong with Secretary Kim is so good. It's one that I can watch over and over. I'll just be watching the scenes. The chemistry was off the charts. That one you have to watch. It's a very good one. I'm not really into ghost or horror stories or genres. It'll be like very rare that you see me watch anything that has to do with ghosts or witches, etc. But Master Sun is so good. It's so good. It has my favorite actress. I love this actress. Anything she does, I will watch. She has a show that was supposed to come out either this year, 2023, or they've pushed it to 2024, and you know I'm going to be watching it. And it's with Minnie Ho, and I haven't seen Minnie Ho do a good show in a minute. I watched a few of his shows, and some are a hit and some are a miss. So I never know with him. He's done good shows and then some really bad shows that are not on this list, but that's because I didn't watch them. But I am so looking forward to this pairing between her and Minnie Ho. And I think he knows that any show that she touch is an instant success. And that's why he got his agency or whoever, his management, to link them up together, because she is gold when it comes to TV shows. I don't think she's ever done a bad TV show. Not that I can think of. So definitely Master Sun is very good. The storyline is very morbid, but I liked it. I liked it because it was funny. That's the thing about it. It wasn't serious or too dark. It was funny. Her acting was so like engaging, and that's what actually made me watch this show. The lead guy is gorgeous, but I think this was the first time I ever saw him in a TV show, and I don't know if I've seen any other shows that he's done. But I love her, and I'll watch other shows that he's done, but I watched the show because of her, and it was brilliant. So watch Master Sun. Sorry guys, before I talk about the next show, I want to say I said Lee Min Ho's name wrong. I'm so sorry about that. I know you guys are like cursing me out and laughing, but it's Lee Min Ho. Or not whatever I was saying, Min Hee Ho or whatever it was. But now the next one is Coffee Prince. Coffee Prince is a favorite. Everyone loves Coffee Prince. I have never heard anyone say they didn't love Coffee Prince. It was one of the first that I watched in 2007, I believe it was, and the lead guy is gorgeous. I was just drooling throughout the show, and this was the first Korean drama show where like the makeout session, the kissing session, all of that had my mouth dropped, because Korean dramas are known for being conservative, and you'll watch a whole show and they'll just be holding hands, and then they'll maybe have a kiss here and there, but this show, it had me shook. I was like, what is going on? And I think they had like one of the best makeout scenes in all of Korean drama. It has to be one of the top makeout scenes. And even though I love the lead guy, he's gorgeous, he's eye candy, I'm not a fan of his acting. I wasn't a fan of his acting in Coffee Prince. I felt like the lead woman, who's one of my favorite actresses, and also she's another one that I'll watch anything she does, and I probably have. I felt she carried the show. You understand me? I was just watching him because he was good looking, but I was blocking his dialogue. Whatever he was saying, I wasn't even listening to him. I didn't care what he was saying. I was just watching him because he was gorgeous, but I felt she carried the show. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have watched the show. But it's still a favorite of mine because he's gorgeous, and I'll forgive him. He's the only Korean actor that I will forgive him, even though I don't like his acting. Other ones, I wouldn't watch any of their other projects, but him, I still give his projects a chance until they fail me. I feel like Coffee Prince is the only project of his that I've watched completely without stopping, because he's gorgeous. I can just watch him without having to I don't know, but you guys get what I'm saying. But Coffee Prince is a definitely must. All right, my next favorite is called Pasta. And this is another one that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. But I think Pasta was my first Korean drama that featured food. And as a foodie, I was obsessed with this show. Of course, I love that actress. I've seen a lot of her TV shows. I already mentioned her in Master Sun because she's one of my favorite Korean actress. I can't pronounce most of their names. I'm sorry, but one day I will learn how to pronounce every single one of their names. But Pasta was very good. It was kind of like that dynamic of teacher student when he's, secretly in love with her but doesn't want her to know. So she's kind of insecure and second guessing their relationship because she's also in love with him, but he doesn't want to cross the lines because he wants to stay professional. And at the same time, I think he was like competing with her. I don't remember what it was, but it was so good. I think I watched it more than once. It's a definite favorite. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it, but if you're into cooking shows, cooking TV shows, I recommend you watch Pasta. I think their dynamic was good. Their chemistry wasn't off the charts in the way where it was like sexual tension, like Coffee Prince and What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, but it was more like, this is my best friend kind of thing where, someone that you can trust and then slowly and eventually fall in love with. Kind of clean. It was like a clean TV show. It was a clean TV show, but it was still romantic and it was good. So I recommend that you guys check out Pasta. All right, guys, the next TV show that I love is Crash Landing on You. This one, it was box office. Like, it landed in Hollywood. Most of the other shows, they happened like years ago, and then finally people heard about them in, the United States. But Crash Landing on You, it hit big in America. It hit big everywhere, and everyone was talking about it. The chemistry was amazing. The acting was amazing. The script, the writing, everything. Like, if I could write a TV show, I would want it to be like Crash Landing on You. It is well written. And the great thing is with this one, the main characters that we shipped, they actually ended up getting married and having a child. So for the first time, our ship didn't sell. It docked. So this is amazing. I was so happy when I found out that they got married and they have a child. I hope they have a very happy and long marriage and can continue to support each other. Even star in another TV show. I would love to see them star in another TV show because both of them are two of my favorite actors and actresses. I've seen several of each of their work and I've liked their work. I do love the main guy, the character. I know him more than the female. Actually, the woman character, I saw her in Personal Taste. I think it was her, and I love Personal Taste. Even though it's not on the list, Personal Taste is so good. And it was one of the first that I watched in 2007. And I saw him in Secret Garden. And the fact that they ended up getting together, getting married, and having a child makes me so happy. It makes my heart so happy. So congratulations to them. Their TV show was amazing. And I hope they get the chance to work together again because I will be watching. So I recommend you guys check out Crash Landing on You. Okay, last on the list, just like the last show I talked about, Crash Landing on You, is Descendant of the Sun, which was really good. I think it's the same person that wrote both of them, the same writers. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's the same writer, but it might be. And also the leads, they got married, but they ended up getting divorced. And I'm going to be honest with you, that show was amazing, but I'm not a fan of the lead actor. I've never liked him. I've seen him in another show. I can't remember the name of the show. It was something Scandal. I can't pronounce the name. Something Scandal, about a girl who pretends to be a guy to enter a university, and she's a writer. I love that show. I can't believe I didn't add it to the top, but it is a top for me. But he was on that show and I didn't like him, and since then I've seen maybe one or two of his other works and I didn't like that. But Descendant of the Sun, I liked him in this work. He did an amazing job. I just don't like how he handled the situation with his ex-wife. I don't think he's a good person off screen. So I just kind of get that energy from him that he's not really a nice person. So I probably won't support him or watch anything else he does, even though I love Descendant of the Sun. And Descendant of the Sun was one of the first projects that had a diverse cast. It had international actors and they were good. Like, they knew Korean. They knew that even their accent was on point. Sometimes they'll have international people and they'll be American, but they'll be speaking with a French or a European accent. But for the first time, the people that they cast had the original accent and they knew Korean. They were speaking Korean. They had a lot of Black people, African people on this TV show, and that's very rare in Korea. So I was very shocked about that. I guess it's because of the location where the show was filmed, but still, I was just happy to see African people, Black people in a Korean drama, and they used a lot of diverse people. So it's a very great show. I recommend you guys check out Descendant of the Sun. Towards the end, it kind of starts running, like it starts kind of dragging, but then it picks back up, because towards the end I was like, okay, let this show already finish, even though it's good. And I finished it. So it was a really good show. I recommend it. I think they were doing a season 2. I don't know if that happens, but it didn't need a season 2. All right, so let's move on to shows that I do not like. All right, the first show that I do not like is called Cheese in the Trap. I know I am not the only one that doesn't watch this show, because I remember when I was watching it, everyone was upset about this show. The lead male character was great. He was a good actor, but for whatever reason, I think the casting was just off. There was no chemistry between him and the lead woman actress. It's like they didn't even like each other. They didn't have them in the same scenes together. And then for some reason, they were giving the second lead guy more on-screen scenes than the lead guy. And it was like the writers, producers, or whoever was creating the show wanted the second lead to get the girl, which was usually unheard of. It's very rare that happens. But the problem with the second lead guy was he was obnoxious. He was not a likable character at all. So it didn't make sense what was going on. It was like a show that was written and then rewritten in the middle of production. So the lead girl was not, she wasn't like, her chemistry was really low. She wasn't like engaging, very interesting. She was very mediocre, at least her acting. And then the lead guy, his acting was great, but it was like the writers or whoever was creating the show didn't like him. And you can tell because he had so many few scenes, even though he was the lead actor. And I don't even think he had a lot of scenes with the main actress. And then the second lead guy and his obnoxious sister, or whoever the girl was playing his sister, they were getting the most role. It was so weird. I don't even know. I was confused throughout the show. I didn't even finish watching it because I was getting so upset and frustrated. I wanted to tell the creators off. I wanted to actually tell the creators off. And it's very rare that I would actually want to curse out the creators of the show. So I did not like Cheese in a Trap. And I find like the lead girl in that show, I've seen something else of hers and it's going to be on this list. I don't like her projects. I don't know if it's her acting. She just seems like low energy. It's not that her acting is bad. It's just very low energy and boring. So I wouldn't probably watch another show that she does. I've given her a chance at least 2 times. I'm already done. I can't give a third chance. So I don't recommend She's in a Trap, and I don't think it's just me who didn't like it. I think a lot of people didn't like it. All right, someone explain to me how a musical only has one song. Explain to me how a musical has one song. This show frustrated me so much because the lead girl, she was, I think, a songwriter, but she only had one song that she kept singing throughout the whole show. She was either a songwriter or a singer for a musical. I don't remember what she was, but this show pissed me off. And in the middle of watching it, because I was pissed and angry watching it because she kept singing the same song over and over in her stoic kind of expression that she has in every show that she does. She's very stoic, no facial expression, no, even though she's a Korean favorite actress, people love her, she's a Korean darling, everybody loves her, but I don't like her. No, it's not her that I don't like, not the actual person. I'm saying her acting. Like the shows that she does, I do not like her shows. I don't know who she is as a person. Sorry, I didn't mean I don't like her, the actress. I just don't like her acting. That's what I meant. So I've seen her in at least one or two other shows, and she's another one that I'm not giving any more chances to, because I'm always disappointed in shows that I see her in. But I couldn't understand how a show is a musical and it only has one song. And I was really rooting for this show because I love musicals. I'm obsessed with musicals. And I was really hoping I'll see a lot of dancing, different songs, different emotions conveyed. And it was just a stoic, no emotion from her. Her lead guy was good looking and he tried to carry that show. He really tried, but she didn't help him at all. She didn't try. She didn't try at all. And that show, it felt in the middle of the show, it just abruptly stopped. So it wasn't just me that wasn't feeling it. I think other people complained because the show didn't complete the season or something happened and they cut the episodes down to fewer episodes than it was supposed to take place. But I was okay with that because I was so annoyed. I was really annoyed with this show, the musical. I think it's called Musical. Please, South Korea, don't do that again. Don't have a musical show and just have one song. It did not make sense at all. All right, let's move on. I know this is going to be shocking to a lot of people, and I feel like I am the only person in this world that will say this, but I do not like Boys Over Flower. I do not like Boys Over Flower. It's one of the shows that kind of made South Korean dramas really hit in America, but I don't like it. I thought it was too long. It dragged for a long time. I lost interest after the guy got into an accident, was in the hospital and got amnesia. There's sometimes when it's okay to have amnesia. A lot of Korean dramas have it, but the way he treated the girl after he had amnesia just turned me off, that I didn't really watch the show. I skipped through it. I didn't even care if they got together and ended up together. In some ways, I didn't even want them to be together. That's how upset I was, how he treated her after getting amnesia. Sometimes you just have to walk away from toxic relationships. And I felt like in the beginning, when their relationship was in high school and he was treating her nice and he liked her before he got into that accident, that I could deal with. Then their relationship was good. But after he got amnesia, even if you have amnesia, you don't have to be a jerk. You don't have to treat even... That show frustrated me. Everybody loves the show, but me, I didn't like it. I as far as I'm concerned, after he got into the hospital and had the amnesia, that's when the show ended. That was the ending of the show because I lost interest after that. I would say in some ways I did watch it, and in other ways I didn't watch it. When that mean girl came and was pretending that she was his girlfriend and he was going to get married to her, it just got too complicated for me. I don't like stress. Please, please, I don't like stress. So I do not like Boys Over Flower. I know it's a cult classic. I know a lot of people like it, and I understand why they like it, because in the beginning I too was obsessing over it and liking it until we got to that point, and then I just gave up and I lost interest in it. So it's not a favorite of mine, and that's why it's in one of my least favorite. The actress, I don't really like her acting. And Lee Min-ho, I love his acting, but he sometimes choose redundant projects that are very similar and don't show his acting to the best of his ability. Like, I didn't like Hair. I think it's Air. I was trying to watch it. I didn't like it. I saw like maybe one episode and I was done. I didn't like Faith. That was another project he did. I think those are the only two projects that Lee Min-ho did that I didn't like. But everything else that he's done that I've watched, I've liked. And he's coming out with another TV show, either the ending of 2003 or 2004. And I'm looking forward to watching that. So, yes, Boys Over Flower is definitely not my favorite show. I don't think I will ever watch it again. And I won't recommend it. Sorry, guys. I know it's shocking. I'm the only person in the world that doesn't like Boys Over Flower. Byron, I just don't understand the hype. I've been trying and beating my head to figure out okay, he's gorgeous. Okay, I can understand that. He's swole. People would probably like that. You know, people like swole bodies. But his acting is not great, and I don't like his dancing, and I don't like his singing. I don't know what it is about Bahrain that I don't like, but I tried to watch Full House. It was one of the shows that I tried to watch when I got into Korean drama, and I just couldn't. I just kept stopping it because his acting is so bad. I don't understand. I don't like that over dramatized, kind of corny, kind of cringe acting that he does. Everything is over the top. Like, all of his mannerism, all of his actions are like over the top and exaggerated. He needs to like take it down a notch when he's acting. You understand? There's some people who their acting is very awkward. And that's how I feel about Bahrain. I don't think he's a good actor, but because he's so good looking, people keep giving him all these different rewards and accolades. And I guess, why not? If he's a hard worker, he deserves it. But I'm not a fan of his acting. I feel like, I don't know. He's always a beat. I don't know how to say it, but I did not like Full House. I tried to watch it over and over numerous of times. I tried to give it, I think it's the Korean TV show that I tried to give numerous chances. I will come back because everybody was saying such great things about it. And the female actress, I like her, but Bahrain just ruined everything for me. That's the only show of his that I tried to watch. It was so bad that I said I would never watch anything of his. I've tried to watch his music videos. I don't like it. There's nothing about Bahrain that I like, and I just don't get it. I understand he's gorgeous, so maybe that's the reason why people like him. But I don't think his acting is good. I don't think his singing is good. I don't think his dancing is good. I just don't find him to be talented. And I'm not trying to be a mean girl about it. It's just a video. You guys don't have to agree with my opinion. You don't have to get upset if you don't agree with my opinion. I'm just speaking how I feel about it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's true. It's just how I feel. So guys, don't come for me because I don't like Bahrain acting, dancing, or singing. Please. I didn't say anything about his character and his personality. I don't know who he is as a person. I just don't like his acting, singing, and dancing. As I mentioned before, the lead actor is a favorite of mine because he's gorgeous. He is gorgeous. I have a crush on this guy, but I don't like his acting. And I feel like I personally think he should take acting classes. You understand? Because I want him to win. And a lot of people like his acting, but me, I don't like it. And I want him to do more method acting. I don't know how to explain it. And it's unfortunate that he starred in this show with this girl who just personality wise, when it comes to acting, she's always boring and dead. There was no chemistry. I don't know if it was a love story, a romantic story, or what. There was no chemistry between them. And I feel like most of the TV shows she does with men, she never has chemistry with them. Like she did the cheese in the trap. She didn't have chemistry with that guy. She did Goblin. She didn't have chemistry with him. Even though a lot of people love Goblin, people rave about it, I gave it a chance. I couldn't watch it. It was just too boring for me. It didn't make sense. The lead acting I don't like. The female acting I don't like. I didn't like either of I like the lead guy. I just don't like his acting. So it didn't make sense me watching it because I just want him to take acting classes because I want to love and watch him and support him so bad because I don't know if I'm secretly in love with this guy, but I have like the biggest crush on him. He's just so gorgeous. I don't know what to say. I want to cry because I love this guy, but I don't love his acting. So what do you do when you have a crush on a guy? You want him to win, but I can't support him. You know what? If he does another show with, I think I don't know how to pronounce her name. Inhe. I can't pronounce the same girl that he was on the show with for Coffee Prince. If they do another show together, I'll watch it. I feel like the only show I will watch with him is if he does shows with her. If he does shows with other actresses, I'm not interested because I feel like he needs an actress that can carry him, like carry and drag him, because that's the only way I watch it. I don't care what anybody says about Goblin. It was trash. It wasn't good. I tried, but I couldn't watch it. And this actress, I'm not watching anything else she does. I heard that she's good in movies. I haven't seen any of her movies, but I hear she's good in movies. But the 2 TV shows I've seen with her, there's no chemistries with the guy that she's with. She might as well just be a nun. Girl, sis, just be a nun in Korean TV shows. Because you and the guys, there's never any sexual chemistry. You guys might as well just be brothers and sisters. But I hope you guys like this video. I hope I wasn't too harsh. Just laugh off everything I'm saying. I don't mean anything bad about it. I'm sure all of these people, they're amazing people in real life. And probably I haven't seen the shows that they did really good. Maybe I have to rewatch it again because it's been years. I might change my mind. And I might give them a chance again. I just feel bad that I said all that stuff. I meant it. But I'm going to give them a chance again if they do shows that sound interesting to me. But those were my top favorite and least favorite Korean dramas so far. I've seen so many Korean dramas. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've seen so many of them since 2007 or 2006, around that era. But I can't list all of them, and some of them I might have to just go back and rewatch, but that's another story. I haven't watched Korean dramas in a long time, and I'm going to get back into watching it. And if you guys like this video and you comment and you subscribe and you let me know if I should do more videos talking about maybe new Korean dramas that are showing, or making another list of Korean dramas that I like and dislike and why I like and dislike, just let me know and I'll do that. All right, guys, have a good day. Bye.